are you doing?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good today.
Okay. Well, before we get started, I do want to let you know that everything that we talk about will be confidential.
Okay.
Unless you start talking about harming yourself or others, then that would have to be reported. Okay? Have you ever been to a counseling session before?
No, this will be my first time. I didn't really think about coming to a counselor because, in my family, no one really talks about going to sit down and talking to a counselor. So, in my head, I didn't think that that probably would be something that I needed to do. And I feel like going to a counselor, I don't know if you really would get to the rooted issue of what you're really dealing with. I feel like you're just going to be going in circles, asking a whole bunch of random questions. I don't know. But, it was just nothing that I would do. Okay. I never thought about going to a counselor.
So when you think about counseling, what do you think?
When I think of counseling, I think of going to the counselor, lying down in a long chair, looking up at the ceiling, someone asking you, so, how are you feeling today? You answer, and they're like, okay, that's nice. What brought you here? Why do you feel this way? Why did you do that? It's just a whole bunch of why this, why that, why. I feel like you're just going in a circle just of whys. And I feel like if you came to this counseling session and somebody just keep asking you why, like, I don't know why. That's why I'm here, So that's just off-putting to me. So I never really thought about coming, but I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to go. Step out of the box and do this. Like I said, in my family, no one's really going to counseling. That's just not the thing to do. You mostly just hold things in, keep it trucking, and it'll go away. Whatever. We don't really talk about it. But I thought I'd give it a try. But I don't know if I really expect anything out of this session or not. But it'd be great if we do get anything out of this session because, apparently I'm here for something. I'm here to figure out the grand conclusion of my problem. So hopefully you can help me out in that area, and we can knock out all the whys and why this and why that. But yeah, so I hope this is a good experience for me.
Okay. Well, since this is your first time, I want to go ahead and let you know. So basically this will work. We will just basically have a conversation, okay? And my job here would just be is here to help you expand your thoughts, okay? And maybe explore where you want to be and helping you get there, okay? We also may set some goals and things like that, okay? So what brings you in?
Well, just to tell you a little bit about myself, I just graduated college, and in my head I'm thinking I'm going to get this degree and I'm going to find me a job and it's going to be just amazing and everything, but it's been hard, and it's just like I just been to job, and it's I don't know what to do at this point. It's like I start a job and it's just not for me, and I don't know if I have I get bored real quick. I don't know if I have commitment issues. I can't commit to one thing or what it is. I just don't know.
Okay, so what was your major in school?
I majored in criminal justice.
Okay. And when you went to school to major in criminal justice, what were your plans?
Well, originally, I wanted to go to school for social work. I did that for a little while, and people was telling me, you should do criminal justice, and I thought about it, and I also thought about going to law school. That was in the works. So I said, well, maybe I'm going to change my major to criminal justice, and I did that. And I was liking it. I was liking it. So yeah.
After graduating with a degree in criminal justice.
So my plans was, so of course the law school thing changed, and I had other plans, and I knew I wanted to work with juveniles. I knew that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to work with juveniles. So my plans was to, of course, finish getting my bachelor's in criminal justice, and then going back and getting my master's in social work, going right back to the thing that I had left the first time. I always found myself going in circles. So that was the plan, to finish getting my bachelor's criminal justice, and then proceed to go get my master's in social work, so that I can be a juvenile court counselor.
Okay.
But you know how life goes, and things just don't go as planned.
Yeah.
And I mean, I graduated in 2015 is when I got my bachelor's degree. And once I got my degree, I started applying for jobs, because of course I gotta earn some money to live. I have to pay bills, and those student loans start coming in. So I'm putting in applications, everything, and it's funny, because you put in applications, and the first thing they say, you gotta have experience. Now tell me this. You're telling me I gotta have experience, but no one is giving me the opportunity to gain this experience. Like, it's so hard. It's so hard. So I'm just putting in application after application after application, and I finally got a call to work at Central Prison. So of course I took the job because I needed the money, And my dad, he's a correctional officer. He told me about this career path, and I mean, I knew this wasn't going to be a long-term thing. It was just something for the now, just to pay bills, get some experience in some aspect, So I started working there at Central Prison, and it was going good. It was actually going good. It's a very demanding job. Not very, safe environment. Of course, it's a prison, but the money was good. It was just something to pass the time. And of course, I didn't want to get what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't want to get stuck, or just
complacent?
Complacent. I didn't want to get complacent, because a lot of people that went there, it was like, I just came here for a certain period of time, and then I'm gonna leave and go ahead on, but they've been there for like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's not gonna happen to me. So of course I'm like, well, I'm gonna go back and get my master's. But you get there for a little while, and you start working, start making money, and it kind of, this time just start going by, and it's like, you're not making any moves. So I came to a point where this job was just too much. It was too much, and I was like, I just quit. I just quit the job, and when I quit the job, I didn't necessarily have another job in place.
Okay.
But I figured, hey, once again, I have a degree, maybe I can find something, So I left Central Prison, and I'm looking for a new job. In the meantime, I'm staying with my sister. So that was good. Just took a lot of pressure off of me. Not really have to pay too many bills. So I'm looking for a job, and in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I supposed to be, putting in an application for grad school and doing all of the things that you have to do, sign up for financial aid, but I keep procrastinating on that, and still looking for jobs, and I actually found a job doing security at this company in Raleigh. I started doing that, and in the meantime, while I was doing that, I was still putting in applications, and so I started doing the security job. I'm gonna tell you, I worked there for maybe 3-4 days, and I got a call for another job, you know, and the money was a little iffy at the security job, so I said, okay, I'm gonna take this UPS job. So I leave the security job. Remind you, only been there a couple of days. I just went through like probably 3 days of training.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I really appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity, but something else came up that was more financially convenient for myself, so I took that. And that's what I'm working at now. I'm working there now.
Okay.
But I'm still putting in applications for more jobs because I'm never satisfied with the pay. The pay is so low. You know, I'm like, I have a degree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I should be making more than this. So I'm still putting in jobs. So once again, I'm still procrastinating about putting in for application for grad school and all the things I need to do. But I know I need to do that. And right now, like I said, as I'm still putting in job applications, I actually have a couple of interviews next week.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm just all over the place right now. I'm just all over the place.
Okay. Well, I do want to commend you, first of all, because it sounds that you are very determined. And you're working hard to get yourself where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I've heard you mention several times about applying for the master's program and applying for the financial aid. What is holding you back? What is causing the delay?
I really don't know. Well, I say that, but I feel like I'm really trying to find that right job that'll give you that just enough money. Well, I'm like, hey, maybe I don't need to go to grad school. I can do this and make this amount of money, and who really needs that? I think that's what's just holding me back, really. But I don't know. I think I'm just chasing the money right now.
Okay.
I'm just chasing the money, and whatever comes, and I don't know.
Okay. So do you really have the desire to go to get your master's?
I do. I really do. That's what I want to do, because I feel like if I get my master's, I mean, all of the jobs that I look at, I'm like, hey, I want to do that, but you know, like I said, once again, experience, you need a master's degree. So I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do. I know this is what I need to do. I don't know why I'm procrastinating. Actually, I don't know.
Okay. So you have applied to jobs that were in the criminal justice field. Okay, and you haven't found anything yet, except for you did work in a prison.
I did.
But your desire is to work with juveniles. Okay.
And for all of those, of course, you have to have like a master's in social work, or at least have some experience working with that demographic.
Okay. So, as far as going back to school and getting your master's, because like I said, you spoke on that twice, so I feel like that is important to you, and you do want to do that.
It is.
But what's holding you back is the procrastination. So do you think that you need to maybe put some goals in place, or maybe make a schedule to give you time to do these things?
I think probably sitting down and actually writing this stuff out and giving myself like a time schedule to do these things, that may help.
Okay. So what does your day-to-day look like? You wake up, what happens?
Right now, my day-to-day, you know, it's not too much.
Okay. So, well, let's just think about it. You wake up, what happens?
Usually my typical day, you know, I probably wake up and just actually wasting time. I waste a lot of time that I could be doing things that I'm procrastinating about.
Okay.
When I do work, I work at night, so I have the daytime to do those things, or I'm sleeping because I'm working at night. But yeah,
so
I have plenty of time.
So you do see that you have that time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I see that I have it.
So now that you see that you have that time, what do you want to do about it? Take your time.
I need a little water.
Okay, so what caused the emotions for you? I saw that you got emotional about that.
The emotions stem from me actually, I guess when you actually saying these things out loud, and I come to the conclusion to myself that I actually have plenty of time to do these things that I'm putting off, and could speed up the process. But yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm holding myself back.
Okay. So now that you have realized that you have that time, what do you plan on doing with that time now?
Well, I feel like I always knew that I had that time, but it's like when you have people in your life that's like always in your corner, and not that they don't push you to do certain things, it's like you don't really, it's not urgent for you to do certain things, because you have that fallback.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that you can always fall back on if you don't, like, if you're not out there, like, I'm trying to say, anywhere that I fall short at, I always have somebody in my corner to pick me up at. So it's not like, that's why me getting my master's, it's not like first on my list right now. And I told you, like, right now I'm just kind of chasing money.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, alright, so let's think about what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
So, you said that you have those people in your corner that are willing to help you out. And that are able to pick up that slack when you need it.
Right.
And then you also said at this point you're just chasing the money. So why do you feel like you need to chase that money, even though you know you have those people that are back there? Whenever you know you need that extra cushion. Do they support you financially, or?
Well, I wouldn't say it's, well,
or is it a situation where you knew if you really
because at the same time, I look at myself as a very responsible person, and I like to take care of myself. So I look at myself as a very responsible person. So at the end of the day, I want to be able to support myself. And I don't like asking other people for anything. So when I say chasing money, I know I have to pay my bills. And of course, eventually, I want to have my own, get out on my own. I told you I was living with my sister. So that's just, what I want to do. So I feel like with me, that's another thing. Well, like I told you, I know getting my master's, that's going to open up the door for other jobs. And the job that I want, the career, not a job, the career that I want. And of course, that's going to bring in the money that I need so that I can get out and do those things. But I don't know.
So what's most important to you right now? Getting that master's or chasing the money?
That's a good question. Right now, feel like my headspace is more about chasing money, but I know, that I do need to go ahead and get my master's. I know I need to do that.
Do you need to do that because, do you feel like you need to get your master's to put yourself in the job that you desire to be in, working with juveniles? Or do you know you need to get your master's just because you think that it's just maybe another step that people do?
No.
Okay. So this is a desire that you really want. You do want to get your master's.
I do want that.
Okay.
Now, because I thought about that too. It was like, now, am I doing this because of, because I know what your parents want you to do, they expect you to do, but no, I thought about it, but I was like, no, this is something that I'm doing because of what I want to do.
Okay. Well, that's good that you know that that's something that you want to do. That's a good place to start. Okay, so that's good that you know that you want to get a master's because that is your desire and it's not a desire of anyone else's. That's good. So now that we figured out that that is what you want to do, maybe we can put some goals in place. Just so when we see each other next time, you'll have something to look forward to. Or something that you know that you want to get done before the next time we meet. So when do you think would be a good time for you to actually sit down and start this application?
I know people say as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But
maybe if you could think of a specific time throughout the day.
Like I know, my days is pretty much open. So I know
any time would work.
Yeah.
Okay, so since we know that your time is pretty much open, that's why making that specific time will probably give you that motivation to be like, hey, this is the time I said that I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. So when you wake up, shower, you do your daily routine, how long does it usually take you to do your daily stuff? When you wake up, you shower.
Okay, I mean, if we put a specific time on it, I mean, somewhere around 12, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to say 1 o'clock?
Yeah, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock what day?
1 o'clock Monday.
1 o'clock Monday. Okay. So we've set this goal for 1 o'clock on Monday. So that's your goal.
1 o'clock on Monday.
Okay. So when we see each other again, you're going to be able to tell me that you actually sat down and you did this application.
Right.
Okay. And another thing that I heard you talk about was the financial aid. Have you applied for that?
No.
So you have to apply for that as well?
Right.
Okay. So we'll just focus on this application for your master's first, okay? So, LaRonda, we've set some goals in place for next session. So, what are some of your takeaways from today?
Well, what I take away from today is, well, first of all, I finally come to the realization that I do have time. I just need to start utilizing my time. And and like you said, just writing down when I'm going to do these things. So right now, Monday, we're going to sit down and I'm going to do the application at 1 o'clock because I obviously need to put specific days and times, or I'm just going to once again let it go right by. So right now the plan is something that I need to do. Also, I think maybe self-consciously, like maybe no, I feel like I said that my family enables me, but I also realize that I am not only do they enable me, but I'm part of the problem too. So I just need to stop, I guess, relying on them. So that's just something that I would have to work on. And so that would be one thing that I need to do, and rely on myself for things. Also,
Okay. Well, it sounds like you learned a lot from this session, and that's what counseling is all about.
mm-hmm.
So, I enjoyed getting to meet you today. And I thank you for coming in to talk with me.
I'm so glad that I actually came. You know, I had this notion like, I'm gonna go to this counseling session. She's gonna tell me things that I'm not really trying to hear, or it's probably not gonna benefit me in any way. But I'm glad I came. You know, I actually realized the problem. Like, maybe I feel like I feel like I always known that I was putting these things off, and I had this time to do the things that I need to do, but it was just I was going through the motions. But I'm actually glad I came. You know, I really realized some things.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. And I hope that when I see you next time that you will be telling me that you completed the application.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm excited about it.
Hopefully I've completed the application, the financial aid.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you then, LaRonda, okay?
Okay.
Thank you again for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.